What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Spike Podcast. As always, my name is Imorie, a.k.a. Lex, joined by Mr. Corey Thompson and Mr. Lavon Lane. We're going to be talking about Week 10. There's a lot of things going on here. And I think that today, this week especially, was a crazy week for the NFC. I think that there's a lot of upsets and a lot of crazy things going on. We lost Lavon Lane, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and, Corey, we're going to toast. Oh! Oh, it's the Chicago Bears! The garbage! Oh, no! Oh,
no! We can start the show now.
Hey, well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we're out here with you. Let's have a cheers, guys. Let's get a spike on 3. Everybody take a sip before we get this thing going on. Here we go. Spike on 3. 1, 2, 3. Spike.
All right. All
right. So, we might have a little special guest join us later in the episode, but since the man got a garbage can, Mr. Lavon Lane, what the fuck happened? Chicago Bears, like, literally, the New England Patriots, bro? I told you on last week's episode. Straight up told you, don't lose to them. You guys are coming to Lambeau next week. Give me a perspective. How you feeling, bro? What's up?
I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple because that's how the game works. So, man, when you have a quarterback who passed for 120 yards the whole game, all right, he sacked 9 times, all right, and pretty much didn't have no type of offense. I'm not going to give him any excuses, about the players being hurt. Of course, that's all teams.
Of course, for sure, yeah.
So, we got to get rid of our offensive coordinator. We got to get rid, and it's even past the head coaching now. We talked about the last couple of weeks about coaching.
Yeah.
Now it's about executing. Yes, the players got to execute what the coach called, and right now we're not doing neither one of them. So right now we are looking just like what I had above my shoulder. Trash.
And it's really upsetting for me, Lavon, because man, I'm not gonna lie, dude. In the offseason, we're talking about Caleb Williams like he's Keanu Reeves and John Wick. Like he's gonna come in and just light up everybody and do the shit. And I guess it's a habit that comes along every time Chicago starts to cycle over. They get a new quarterback, all of a sudden they're going to the Super Bowl and everything happens. But man, dude, tonight you guys look way worse than Justin Fields did on that team. And honestly, the line is just poverty. What do you think that you guys as a GM and administration are going to do in order to address those things in the offseason? You think you guys will actually do it, or are we going to start the quarterback carousel all over again?
That's a great question. So we're not going to start the quarterback carousel right now. But, I was just thinking, what if I just got to go back to it just for a quick few seconds.
Go for it.
What if we kept Justin Fields and that number 1 pick we traded back for a couple linemen? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Plus we got pick 8 in last year's draft. Yeah, so that everything is real in his head slowly but wide open to the point where we are in poverty, like you said. That was a great term for our line, especially. Get sacked 9 times from the 32nd ranked defense. 32nd ranked defense. 32nd ranked defense. 9 times. That means you living in an area of a fireable offense.
Yeah.
And that's what, and I sent it to you all in the DMs. We have all the Chicago Bears chanting fire Eberflus in the stadium, walking out the stadium, and on social media.
Yeah.
So that's the fans see it. I'm a fan outside the stadium, but the fans inside are saying the same thing I'm saying to you all right now. So, hey, that's my spiel. That's it.
I mean, honestly, dude, like I said, go ahead, Corey.
Ask you something.
Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah. I saw that y'all had a total of 142 yards on offense.
Yep.
6'9" passing, 73 rushing.
Yep.
Pretty much average yards per play, 2.4. Big time. Big time failure. Even if you rebuild it.
Man, our offensive line is so horrific. It was like, all right, we're from Chicago. I'm from Chicago, right? It was like Oprah Winfrey was at Soldier Field. Let me tell you what I mean. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. Everybody get a sack. The guy get a sack. everybody gets sacked. And I was like,
people from the crowd.
I swear,
man, he like, hey, you come on down. You know, he doing sack. Hey, it's free. Sack is free.
Yeah.
So, man,
that's so sad, man.
Yeah,
everybody get a sack.
so do you think that the head coach? Do you think y'all coach lost that locker room or?
It's been done. It's been done. That photo,
that
photo that you put in the chat like last week, Lavon. You remember the one that was showing the sideline where Caleb is sitting on the left and DJ Moore is all the way to the far right? That's exactly what is going on with the Chicago Bears right now. They're all split up in all different games. And see now, especially like with the trade deadline being passed, like so you guys are basically just fucked. You know what I mean? Like you guys are just locked into this endless cycle. Maybe we'll start to see Caleb Williams kind of rear his head towards the end of the season. Maybe he'll pop up and ruin somebody's playoff hopes. I know for fuck's sake it's not going to be the Green Bay Packers. Because later on in the show, when we talk about our upcoming matchup next week, I'll go ahead and share my opinion on that. But, here's my question for you, Mr. Lane. And this is something I've been wanting to ask you for a week, but I wanted to get a little bit more of the sample size of the season.
Yeah.
Do you think that Caleb Williams was the right pick?
Honestly, I think he was the right pick.
Okay.
I honestly, truly think he was the right pick. Honestly, with that pick, we didn't have the right coaching personnel for him.
Okay.
In that. Remember, who we passed over? Think about it. Who we passed over?
Exactly.
We passed over Kingsley. I think that's his name in Washington.
Yeah. No. Washington was Penix. That was Penix.
No. I'm talking about the coaching.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As far as coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, we passed over him. We passed over a few other offensive-minded coaches. Mm-hmm. So, you remember, when we did hire Shane Waldron, they interviewed some of the Seattle Seahawks players, and one of the players, he was like, what do you think about Shane Waldron going to Chicago Bears? Mm-hmm. And the player was like, is this live? He said, is this live first, instead of giving his personnel, his thought of everything that's supposed to be. He was like, is this live? Because I really don't want to call out this coach.
Yeah.
But obviously, I would have said the same thing too. Is this live? And matter of fact, I'm still asking the same question. Am I live? is the Bears live?
I don't think y'all are live right now, bro. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, man. So
right.
Oh, yeah. Well, just keep this in mind right here, Loke. Y'all rebuilding. So I mean, I know there's expectations there, and y'all do have good players to I know play better than what you're doing, but just remember y'all rebuilding.
Man,
so
it's so funny.
Go ahead and just make it all come together,
it's so funny. I'm here with my boys, just we all with different teams, but I'm getting consoled by the NFC North representatives. Make that make sense.
And dude, that.
I mean, I could.
Go ahead.
I could go in, but I'm not gonna go in.
Yeah, I'm about to go in, so I'm just giving you my license right now. Hey, I'm about to, but I'm not. I'm saving it.
I'm gonna fight the best I can, but I'm gonna be out this thing like Mike Tyson Punch Out, like Lil Mac.
It's so stupid, dude.
Jumping into uppercut now. I'm telling you.
Look at that.
Exactly.
That's funny as hell, dude. All right, dude, Lavon, you got any more thoughts about you guys' game today? We want to move on?
Nah.
Let's talk about it next week. So, viewers.
Next week. Okay.
I just want to switch this. Then, Corey, we'll get back to you. We'll get to you and your prediction here just after this. But we already own the Bears. I just want to keep it wild. Next week, the Chicago Bears come. Yeah. Or no, we come to the Chicago Bears to play.
We're going to whoop y'all ass.
Oh, my God. Let the record show that Lavon Lane III is saying that the Chicago Bears is going to beat the Green Bay Packers. Now, here's my prediction. We're coming off a bye, all right? I think that, our game last week against Corey in Detroit was fucking bad. But this is a must win. And, obviously, I think, okay, yeah, shake your head. I'll give it to you, Corey. That's it. You got it. But, seriously, though, I think that, our matchup, dude, us coming into your stadium, this is going to be probably the baseline for this rivalry going forward for the next 3 or 4 years. I'm kind of excited to see that. I do think our defense is going to make your offense look remedial. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I think that, Honestly, Josh Jacobs might have his way with your D-line. We'll see. With Matt LaFleur and the way he calls his games, we never know what his game plan is. 1 week it's Jaden Reed, next week it's Dobbs, then we're doing Watson, then we got Willis. Then, what I'm saying? There's just a lot of variables. So I don't know exactly what our main strategy is going to be going into this game. But what I do know is that Jordan Love's pissed because of his performance last week. And one of the things that we talked about previously in the show, I think this is when James is on, is when Jordan Love gets mad, especially if he makes a mistake, like he did last week, man. Like that loss is 100% on him and his quick and hasty decisions. And I think that, hopefully from our perspective, I think that Matt LaFleur has obviously been paying attention. He's actually been watching the whole division, I think, today, especially with their bye week. And I think that we finally are starting to grasp the concept of what we need to do from team to team. I think we're just failing on our execution as far as remembering which calls, all of these different audibles and stuff that are being called at the line. So there's definitely that questionable aspect of the air. But with Chicago, man, we can't lose to y'all right now. Like if we do, if y'all come back and do that, which is very, very fucking unlikely. Let me just throw that out there. It's very unlikely. But if that happens, y'all, like I said, do you remember that path I was talking about where y'all fuck around and knock somebody out of the playoffs? It's shit like that actually starts the chain reaction. So I think that honestly, Jordan Love is going to ball out. I hope so. I think that, Josh Jacobs is going to ball out. We just got to play as a team and we can't make those mistakes. So. Lavon, you got any thoughts?
Yeah.
You got any thoughts?
Yeah, I got thoughts on that. First thing first, I'm honestly have to say I agree with you on that. And I know we're going to get to our bold predictions later. Mm-hmm. But with our offensive line is just disintegrated. It's talking about as far as hurt players and hurt. Let me say, you heard hurt people. Mm-hmm. Shoot, I hurt players right now.
That's
in
true.
Our case,
yeah.
And so even the reason I say that, even going back to DJ Moore, when he was acting hurt when he got last week, when he got hurt on that play during the play, mm-hmm. that hurt Caleb Williams. Because he was still in the motion of playing that particular play. Mm-hmm. And DJ Moore walked over there and sat his ass down on the bench in the middle of a play. The same thing the week prior, Stevenson was over there canning whatever he was doing to the sideline, and we got a Hail Mary going on. Yeah. So hurt players right now for me.
For sure.
So make a long story short, I think only reason we may be a little competitive is because of the rivalry term. That's the only reason. Other than that, man, I ain't gonna give my prediction now, but we don't have a shot in this by far.
No, and I think it's definitely an uphill battle, especially with you guys with Eberflus losing the confidence of his players. Because dude, like you guys stadium is Soldier Field. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Soldier Field. I'm not absolutely super familiar with it. I mean, obviously we played there a lot over the years, but with this new Green Bay team and the elements of the weather, I think that there's a lot of variables that could go up in the air. And I've been really curious because the Green Bay receiving core has been eerily quiet this season. The ball's been spread around a lot. We haven't had a breakout star since Romeo Dobbs' suspension back in week 5 or week 6 or 7 or whatever the fuck that was. But I think that really it's just going to come down to who has more confidence in their movement. And like you brought up, which is the point I want to capitalize on, the rivalry aspect of this game. This is one of the oldest rivalries in the history of football. And luckily we've seen, since our lifetime, we've seen it go back and forth a multitude of times. Like, I guess it started off, in the 70s, you guys were kicking our ass. And then, like you said on the other episode, the 80s, or the 90s, the 10s, and it just kept rolling like that. So,
and it's still rolling.
It is still rolling.
We ain't played y'all yet, and it's still rolling.
It's still rolling, bro. And I think that this one this year is going to be a lot of fun for me especially, because I don't know if you remember. Are you in town next weekend, Lavon? Are you in town next weekend?
Oh, yeah. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Do you want to go? A friend of mine owns a bar right across the street from Piedmont Peachtree. He's a Bears fan. It's a Bears bar. You want to go watch a game?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Okay, so we'll go watch the game. We'll definitely, I might take a couple videos of that so we can just throw them on the show, just to highlight or something. But we're going to have a good time and, relax a little bit. But I mean...
Yeah, do that. Y'all do that.
Okay, we'll definitely do that, man. It's you can just meet me here.
At least I feel loved. I feel welcome.
Yeah, dude, and Tim's a cool guy, dude. He's known me as a Packers fan for a couple of years now. He's a really cool guy.
Relationship.
Oh, yeah, it is 100%. But, and that's the thing about this rivalry, though, man, is like, at the end of the day, bro, there's a chance that either one of us can win this goddamn football game. And the point is that it's fun. You know, it's not like, you know, the Saints and Falcons games where at the end of the game they're having fucking riots in the stadium after the game. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a sense of camaraderie between this division. And like Lavon brought up, he's an NFC North team that sucks ass and he's getting consoled by his two guys in the show. And I think that it speaks to sportsmanship. So I think that there's a lot of positive things we can look up to. And I think that, like you said, it's really going to come down to coaching. You know, Eberflus got to control the room and got to keep the ball steady. So, Corey, you got any thoughts on the game?
Oh yeah, like y'all said, it's gonna be a competitive game. Like Vaughn said, it's a rivalry. Mm-hmm. It's a rivalry. So what happened? Was it last week? Cleveland.
Oh yeah, fucking Cleveland, bro. Yeah, that was last week. Yeah.
Nobody ever picked that to happen. So rivalry game comes, you throw that record out. You can throw that record out the window.
That's true.
You know? So yeah, it would be a competitive game. I know the Bears are rebuilding, trying to do their thing. Mm-hmm. Packers, y'all have y'all business. Real talk.
Yeah, man, it's funny when you say rebuilding. Oh my goodness, how you rebuild with super talented people? Now, what I mean by this, we got talent in place, right?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yes, we have a rookie quarterback.
Right.
All right, but if we rebuild it and we have talent in place, and yes, the execution comes down to the players, how do you mesh that all together when Keenan Allen looked like he 55?
He like Shannon Sharp out there trying to catch the ball. That's just funny.
DJ Moore, you seen it for 3 or 4 games in a row. DJ Moore like this.
Yeah, he's really over it, dude. He's fucking over it.
Yeah, and so that let me tell you. Our tight end, Cole Kmet, 6'6". He didn't get a pass on his way until 2 minutes in the game last week, and he get one pass on to him for about 2 yards. And he's one of the primary weapons we have since he got drafted out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And he can't get him one pass.
What's up with that? Like, what? How are you guys choosing, like, who gets, like, the attempts? Because that's one thing about the Chicago Bears that I haven't figured out yet. The Packers spread the ball around, but you guys, I haven't seen any consistent strategies there. Is that something you've noticed too, or what?
Yeah, I noticed that. And this goes back to the offensive coordinator. And how the offensive coordinator is on the same level with Caleb. Because he knows Caleb has rookie eyes.
Yeah,
so his clock a little fast, right? So now he has to understand outside of Swift, his scapegoat is the tight end.
For sure.
It should be the tight end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should be. But it should be like a Mahomes-Kelsey type relationship. You know what I mean? Like bailing out. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. But he ain't giving the target. So the target is going to Rome. I see they trying to build a little chemistry. Rome and Caleb got a little chemistry. Understandable. All right. DJ Moore, he had one time, this game today, he had one catch for -2 yards going to the third quarter. Now, this man had over 1,000 yards last year with Justin Fields.
No.
Man, that's why I don't have too much to say, man. I don't have too much to say.
So can I ask you a question, Lavon? And this is it's kind of a more underlying issue. Now, Kmet, is he a rookie?
No, he's been in the league for I think this is going to his 4th year.
Now, here's the thing, because I've been looking at the Chicago Bears, and we've been talking about their consistencies. Do you think, and this is kind of a left field suggestion, but I had to throw it out there. Do you think that these old heads are fucking with the rookies and trying to, like, control things a little bit much? Like, do you think there's some background, like, hazing? Or, like, do you think that there's something going on to affect the culture of that team? Like, it's just a question, because I know I've heard reports from other teams in the NFL. There's shit going on, but I didn't know if you had an opinion on that for the Chicago Bears, just out of curiosity.
No, at the end of the day, it ain't nothing dealing with that. At the end of the day, it's going to be about who is the head on that field.
Yeah.
On the field.
Yeah, because I don't feel like it's Caleb Williams.
Yeah, now, let's go above him. Who was ahead of the offensive coordinator is above him?
Yeah.
Who's above him with the head coach?
Eberflus.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it goes point back up to, and then who's the head of Eberflus? Who put all these people in position?
GM.
Which, man, we don't have an offensive line, and I darn a GM is a former offensive lineman. He's a former offensive lineman from which was a part of the the Kansas City Chiefs front office.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense. And so now it's coming to backbite us. And I'm gonna give you this prediction. And you're gonna trip out at me. I ain't gonna give you the score prediction between us, but I'm gonna give you the record position.
Okay.
All right. The record position, I think we're gonna go 4-13.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
You really think you guys are gonna go 4-13, my guy?
4-13.
You don't think you're
I originally had
Hey.
That's a fucking hot take from a Bears super fan. That's crazy.
We're gonna go 4-13. The reason
that schedule. I saw that schedule. And that's exactly, I said I was going to address it on this show. Because y'all first division game next week. And the teams y'all had to play, we got the Vikings, the Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions.
Wait. You have 6 games with 2 of us, 2 of the Vikings, and 2 of the Lions? Oh, you're fucked. You are cooked. You are cooked.
You made my division game.
You see them eggs that posted in the chat? You see them eggs?
Yeah, I did. I saw them, bro. But damn. Why the fuck?
Because
go ahead.
When I posted that, right? Mm-hmm. I knew the schedule. Mm-hmm. I knew the schedule was coming up, and we can't put up but 3 points against the last team in the NFL. 3 points, and we only get 120 yards of total offense.
Mm-hmm. Whose fault is that?
I'm like in Baby Boy. I'm about to go in the kitchen and cook eggs.
Cook some tacos. Like, you better get in there and make some tacos, boy.
Hey,
it's crazy, man. And Lavon,
that's my.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, man, this is really unique feeling for me.
I saw that when I saw that.
Okay, I was gonna say, Lavon, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. This has been a really unique feeling for me this season, man. Because I actually, as a diehard Packers fan, the hat, the flag, jerseys, balls everywhere. I got a whole shelf of Packers memorabilia on my front door. This is the first year of football in my entire life. I actually feel bad for the Chicago Bears, man. Like, I don't know what it is. It's weird because, the Dallas Cowboys, I love to laugh at. I'll never feel bad for them. But you guys, I actually kind of hoped that there was going to be some competition from you guys this year in the division. And, go ahead.
No. I just say I get it. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that, man, you guys are coming off your preseason games. And us 3 know preseason doesn't mean a goddamn thing. We know that. It's just literally exists to just throw people's expectations off of my expectations. Because, we got, like I said, look at the Vikings, man. They were fucking, washed in the preseason for the most part. And then come out and go on a run. And now they're tanking, like I said. But you guys, man, I just really hope that, us competing was just going to be actual competition. But in my opinion, it looks like we're just about to drag y'all like we used to. And it looks like unless you guys make the right offseason decisions, we're going to be stuck right back in that hole where we were before. So, I don't know, man. I really feel bad for you, but, once you're done with me, shit, Detroit will be right there waiting to handle you, bro. So, at this point, you just got to make sure you got enough trash bags to fill them up, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hey, I ain't going to lie. I'm glad it's only 3 of us. I'm glad it's only 3 of us on this podcast right now, because if I had a 4, man, that'd be 3. I'm battling against 3 other jokers on against the Bears, and I don't have a shot.
No.
I don't have a shot.
And at least you're honest, though, because I'm in a bunch of NFC North Facebook groups. Y'all's fans are delusional sometimes, man. It's crazy, bro. Yeah. It's wild. Corey, what you gonna say?
I just gonna say this, Lo. Earlier I said, I know what y'all trying to do.
Hey, Corey, not trying to interrupt you. Just a heads up, your video is lagging just a little bit, just so you know. But your audio is coming through good. So, but just keep on talking. We can hear you. You're good.
Okay. Look, I know what you're trying to do. I know what the Bears trying to do. Y'all tanking, but y'all not tanking for draft picks. Get that offensive coordinator. They coach. That's what y'all doing.
So I get what you're saying, and honestly, all right, we the chartered franchise in the NFL. We do not.
All right.
We don't naturally want to tank. We pay our hard-earned money to come to every game, to watch every game, to watch Sunday Ticket, to watch Red Zone, to watch NFL End Zone, whatever you got. We pay our hard-earned money because we know the history. Good Bears fans know the history of the Bears, even the history dealing with the Packers, who we got to deal with. So we in this thing with nothing to show for when it comes to offensive presence and defensive stamina.
Good verbiage. Good verbiage. That was great.
And I'm not even talking about special team. I'm not even going to include the third party in here. Those two right there, if you don't have the brain power to understand we have to make a change, what's going to happen is if we lost to the 32nd team in the NFL, we're going to lose to the Green Bay Packers. We're going to lose to what that is. We're going to lose to twice. We're going to lose to Detroit. Ass whooping twice. We're going to lose to Minnesota Viking.
Ass whooping twice.
We got to play Seattle. Ass whooping
twice.
Okay. We got to play 49ers. That's ass whooping 3 times in one game.
Wait a minute. Oh. That matchup, I'm actually curious about. Minnesota, the 49ers look like dog shit today. All right, and honestly, here's the thing though: is you guys taking all these ass whoops to the road could be a catalyst for change. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about when we were kids, bro. Think about when we first tried to ride a bike, man. When we first took the training wheels off, bro. We scuffed those fucking knees up. People laughed at us. We saw the other kids in the neighborhood pulling around doing bar spins, going off ramps and shit. We couldn't do that, but what does it do? It literally just fuels your entire mindset towards what you're trying to do. You're like, fuck that, dude. I'm going to learn how to pedal. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to lie. I think you guys do have a rough couple of games coming up, but there's a chance, like I said, that, Caleb Williams might finally just get cracked and quit painting his fucking fingernails and start playing some football. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just think that you guys might have a shot against San Francisco. Division teams, you're watch, but you might have a shot against San Francisco.
I'm just going to say this right here. All them games, from now going forward, all of them NFC games. Not one AFC game. Mm-mm. Every last one of them, NFC games. The ones out the division is the 49ers and the Seahawks. The rest of them, division games. So it's really a must-win going forward. That's for everybody.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
That's for everybody. But I say y'all first division game this week against Green Bay. So, like I said, that's a division game. Anything can happen. That could be a spark to make something happen.
Man,
just all depends, like you said. Oh, snap.
Yo! The spike has spoken! Yo! Yeah. That's the first freak out of the season. Yes! Look, it's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right, bro. But look, man.
And the reason I'm like this because my expectations were so high. Just like y'all, when y'all saw like, dang, they getting this team. This player. They getting this player. They were like, okay, they might be competitive, within the division.
Yeah.
Now look at it. Nothing. Oh, yeah. Nothing.
Oh. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all so big on getting our offensive coordinator as a head coach. He was not paying out to be a good head coach.
Honestly, dude.
And
he did say, Ben Johnson did say he's going to be picky as fuck about where he goes if he leaves.
Absolutely.
And,
he should.
Honestly, dude, who do we have? Who do we have as viable options, Corey? Like, which teams do you think are going to have coaching vacancies next year? Like, probably Dallas, probably Chicago, and who's the third one? Dallas, Chicago. There's another one too. Who got fired this year?
Saints?
The Saints. Yeah, the Saints. Nobody wants to go to the Jets, so fuck that. Like, that's cap. Like, what do you think, Corey? What do you think? What's your perspective on it, man?
Oh yeah, like I said, the Saints, Cowboys, obviously Chicago. They need a head coach, somebody lead because it's talent on them teams.
Mm-hmm, there definitely is.
You have hell of a talent on them, but you have to get that coach to make it come together. Mm-hmm. Somebody's willing to go ahead and make it work. Mm-hmm. Now, sometimes you got the owner. I'm gonna say with the Cowboys, as always, Jerry Jones is the problem.
He's the absolute fucking problem. Say it again.
You know what I'm saying? He's the problem. You know, you can have because really Cowboys got talent on that team.
You know, I don't know.
Cowboys got
I don't know, man. Like, and I'm really thinking about that because it's funny that you brought them up. Can we take a couple seconds? Can we talk about the Dak Prescott problem with the Cowboys?
Oh, yeah,
dude. So the Dallas Cowboys obviously just gave Dak the $240 million contract over the next 4 years. He made it all of a game and a half, and now he's out for the rest of the season. So not only did Jerry Jones' negligence to make any decisions in the offseason, claiming that they were going to go all in, instead of berating the news reporters who were calling him, interviewing him on 103 The Fan, instead of fucking bringing Ezekiel Elliott back, like that's going to do something, he decides to give Dak $60 million. Now, unfortunately, what fucked them over now is Cooper Rush and Trey Lance have to backpedal that team for a while. Now, here's my concern, and this is what I want to ask you two guys. With Dallas's issues, how are you going to turn that team around without any cap space? Like, what options do you have? Because they're fucked now. Like, I mean, Micah Parsons came back today. He had a couple good plays against the Eagles, sure. Otherwise, that game was a slaughter. Like, what do you guys think? And it could be Corey or Vaughn, whichever one of you guys want to go first. Like, what do you think they do to turn that team around?
So
you got it.
Now I ain't gonna lie to you. When you have a quarterback with that type of caliber, financially connected to you, you have to tank. Now you have to tank.
Yeah.
And so now with me, we don't tank. We're not trying to tank. We it's so funny. We fighting so hard. You get in that last round, and it looked like we tanked. They have to tank. They got to be like Mike Tyson against Mike Tyson and Paul. He out first round.
Yo, when is that fight, by the way? Do you guys know? When is that fight? I'm curious. I just want to.
It's on what is it? The 10th?
It's the 10th. Is it coming up soon?
Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
and now it's on Netflix. Okay. Now, if you on Netflix, they have a 3-episode documentary on it. You need to check it out.
Okay, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you though. I can let you get back to it.
Yeah, no, but at Dallas, they have to tank. They have to tank right now. And when they do tank, who do they have to go after? They have to go after a quarterback. And I think personally they're going to get Shador.
You really think they're going to draft another QB with a $6 million cap hit from Dak Prescott? Like, really? Like, what? Go ahead.
The reason they have to, unless, all right, if they don't tank and get a quarterback, they have to fire McCarthy.
They're definitely going to fire McCarthy. McCarthy's good as gone. I'm telling you right now. They're not going to keep him another year. Jerry just talks his talk every year. He's going to be gone. Question is, where's he going to go? What if he came to Chicago? What?
He gonna be on NFL Network talking about the Cowboys did a great job. I was there, But anyway, here's the thing. You don't want to bring in McCarthy, who's actually calling the plays with a rookie quarterback. You want a fresh You want a fresh offensive mindset coming in with the quarterback so they can build together. Go ahead, Lo.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this on that because one of my homeboys texted right there said about getting Stuart Sanders or whatnot. It's an ego, and what I mean by that, his ego, Jerry Jones' ego, that would not work.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Right? Got to be in front of the camera. So one's not going to outdo the other. And what I mean by that, with the owner, have to be talking all the time, saying this, saying that. Always, it's not going to work. Now, I'm not saying it won't happen, but that would definitely be a problem. And plus, Prime, you already know.
Hey, man, dude, honestly, I love Coach Prime.
We'll see how they go as far as them getting that quarterback, but I don't see it, but we'll see.
Well, I see what you're saying. Either he go to Dallas or he go to Las Vegas Raiders. But my point is, when you bring in, you don't have to bring in a quarterback who is competent with the offensive coordinator. See, you see what I'm saying? Now, Green Bay, they have an offensive mind head coach who's calling plays. Who's actually calling plays.
But he's not. But the beauty of that is he's not the OC, though. We actually have an offensive coordinator, too. That's the thing is we have a certain mindset that can attend to the plays, and then we have a coach who can wield that person's mindset. The Bears, you guys don't have depth as far as coaching are concerned, and that's an issue. But sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. Like I said, Shadua will need a fresh offensive coordinator that goes with Dallas. If Dallas gonna win, they need a fresh offensive coordinator. Now, Mike McCarthy, he can still be the head coach. Now, I need like Kellen Moore. Remember, Kellen Moore was calling plays.
He was.
You need a fresh offensive mind head coach with a fresh quarterback. Now, with Dak been in the league. He need to go somewhere else. Like Corey said
really
a couple weeks ago. He's second string at best. You see what I'm saying? So you can't keep repeating the same things, and that's exactly what Chicago doing. Dallas doing the same thing. It's not gonna pan out in the NFL. That's why you get these fresh looks from people like Detroit, from people like Washington. They got these fresh, hot offensive coordinators. Mm-hmm. Why do you think they don't stay in that position long with the same team for multiple years?
They definitely don't. Don't.
And they don't, because even with Ben Johnson in Detroit, he got a veteran quarterback who's been through the league. He's seen all these defenses. Now, if you got a rookie quarterback, you need a fresh offensive coordinator where y'all can grow and bond together. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So when you bring in an offensive coordinator who's fresh, and you got Dak, what's going to happen is eventually during the season, they're not going to be on the same page.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it's hard to groom that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to ask both y'all a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask both y'all a question. You know, Lavon was stressing about the quarterback and offensive coordinator. And I always say you got to have that bond. You know, they have to have that bond. Do you think, as a quarterback, just say, Lavon, say the Bears draft you as a quarterback. Do you believe, like, the GM or the owner should come to you and say, who do you want as your offensive coordinator versus them just
Absolutely
bringing
not.
somebody in?
Absolutely not.
Trying to work with you? How do you think that should work?
That ain't going to happen. Let me tell you why. They gonna
I'm saying, how do you think it should work?
Huh?
No, I was just saying, how do you
want it? Like, if you were that person, what would you want?
So
no, I'm saying because you can have a talented quarterback. I'm gonna use Geno Smith for example.
Good example.
Yeah.
See how his career got rejuvenated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes I think a lot of times it's the coordinators. You know, the coordinators. Yeah. You know, and the quarterback. You got someone probably like I want to work the quarterback. You know, I teach.
Corey, do you mind if I take if I take that question? Because I actually have a great point. Okay, so you're talking about okay, so I'm going to give my 2 cents because I have a perfect example. And his name is Malik Willis. All right, so let's start here. Malik Willis was at Tennessee. Terrible fucking stats. Literally, absolutely off no chemistry. Somehow, Brad Griffin's got the trade made for him to come to Green Bay a couple weeks before week 1. You're right? And we get him here. And that week 1 game where Jordan Love goes down against Eagles, honestly, scary moment for me. But Malik Willis had to step up. Now, the reason, which is I think what you're ultimately getting at, why I truly believe he was successful, is because Malik Willis was met halfway by Matt LaFleur as to what he was good at. He took what he knew, wanted to expand upon that because he had knowledge of the league. Now, your initial question was, as an incoming quarterback, for your example, was to go to the Bears, I get drafted. They asked me who I want as an offensive coordinator. The only correct answer, in my opinion, is I have no fucking idea. Because as a rookie in this league, you don't know what you're up against. Sure, you've seen it on TV. Sure, you've watched the film. But you've never been behind a line where your left guard has got a fucked up ankle and he keeps letting him off on your blind side. You know what I mean? You don't know that if you're going to hand the ball off to Pacheco from the Chiefs, that he's always going to run hard and he cuts better to the right than he does to the left. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many little intricacies that come along with being a quarterback of a football team that I think an offensive coordinator, the only way that position works is if the offensive coordinator is the Morpheus to the Neo in terms of Matrix terms. He has to believe in you, expand for you to make decisions for yourself, but also provide a system where you're allowed to actually think for yourself and call plays at the line. But, I mean, that's just the way I look at it. But go ahead, Corey.
But, yeah, but you got some that will, you know, I say like how they try to make Michael Vick a pocket passer. You know, he can throw.
Fucking Michael Vick.
A strong arm. You know, you have to, I guess with me, the way I look at it is the game is changing as far as the quarterback.
Oh yeah,
pocket passing.
Okay. I got you.
But they're gonna have to be able to run. So you have to get a quarterback offensive coordinator that's willing to work and see. Okay, like just say some similarity. Like one the sports writer was saying that Jared Goff kind of look like Joe Montana.
Here we go with this shit again.
I say look like it. I didn't say he was.
I know.
I'm
just giving you shit. Just giving you shit.
But so when you get to situations like that, just see, okay, if he got the qualities, the mechanics to do that, get that game into his game versus you trying to change him to do something else. Like I'm gonna say, back to Michael Vick, his huge strength was his legs running.
Yeah, he was.
Of course, look for the open guy, but you can't take out running. Versus you just sitting there, okay, I want you to stay in the pocket. You don't find nobody, just take the sack or just go down. No. You got to evolve now. The game has changed with the quarterback. Pocket passing is really getting out. It's really gone. To be honest with you.
Can I make?
You really need a mobile quarterback.
Can I make a quick point? Just a super quick point.
I got 2 points.
Okay, mine's super quick. Michael Vick paved the way for Lamar Jackson, and that's all I had to say. That's literally all I had to say. Literally, Lamar Jackson is Michael Vick, but with that pocket passing element when he's able to use it. I think that's a weapon, but it only works under certain offensive coordinators and certain offenses. But I'll kick it back to you, Lavon. My bad. I didn't mean to pop that in.
No, you're good. So when you start mentioning you trying to make a quarterback a pocket passer, more times than not, they're going to be ass.
Facts.
Let me tell you why. Because you don't adapt. When you try to make a person like Michael Vick or Lamar a pocket passer, you don't adapt to their skill set. For instance, you mentioned for instance, when Michael Vick was with Andy Reid in Philly, he wasn't no pocket passer.
He wasn't.
He did play action fake. He did play action fake. And I saw it today.
Right.
The whole line shifted, the defensive line this way, and he throwing to Jackson easily by himself. Nobody in the screen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
All right, that's one issue. Lamar Jackson, when they tried to make him a pocket passer last year in the playoffs, he looked like ass.
He did.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So no, you adapt. That's why I like Andy Reid. He adapt to Mahomes, his presence.
Exactly.
And his skill set. And
that's what you want.
And see, dude, that's a perfect way to put it, dude. Because if you think about it, dude, as an OC, your job is to learn the car you're driving. Okay, like I drive a stick shift. I got a Honda Civic SI, right? I know my 6-speed manual transmission. I also know how to finesse it. You know what I mean? But if I were to just buy a new car, hop into a Ford Bronco tomorrow, obviously, I'm not going to be able to handle that shit the right way. You know what I mean? I think it comes from an acknowledgement of the lack of knowledge when it comes to dexterity. Like, people have to be able to shift to different systems depending on the matchup that comes from the team. Luckily, we're all in the same division. We're used to playing each other. But these AFC random matchups that we come in that are upsetting all these teams, bro, we're just not used to kind of like West Coast style of football sometimes, you know? We're all teams that are used to battling the elements together. I think that's something that's definitely like kind of leading on in the league. But I have. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
So let me bring it to the current NFC, especially NFC East, where you have Washington Redskins. What they did with their personnel is Kingsbury. What he did was he went to the LSU coaches. The LSU tape. Far as with their quarterback, he went there and adapted the LSU best plays for what made their quarterback look amazing. I'm still Heisman Trophy winner.
Sure.
And he adapted it to the NFL, and he slowly added on NFL, plays to. But he has a base, and that base came from LSU. That made it easy for him to read defenses and adapt to how to not just make him a pocket passer, because he's not. He's a Lamar element protocol.
Lamar is the embodiment of chaos. That man will fucking destroy you in the last way you've seen come. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. There was one play, one touchdown that the Ravens made against the Bengals last week. That just made me sick, right? It was in the fourth quarter. I think that, Burrow had just come out through that one 70-yard pass to Jamar Chase. He runs up. It's like fourth quarter, like 4 minutes left. Like, the Ravens driving down the ball, and Lamar does this one pass. He jumps like 3 feet in the air and just, and I'm just like, like, you're that, like, where did that come from? And again, I think that sort of instinct and that sort of reaction only comes from being allowed to have some sort of freedom in your offensive system as a quarterback. Like, the reason why the Packers are so good at developing quarterbacks is because of one thing, well, 2 reasons. Number one is Tom Clements. Motherfucker's a wizard, all right? Just gonna throw that out there. But number two is because Matt LaFleur always wants his quarterbacks to be able to protect themselves by calling audibles at the line. And because of that reason, we force all of our rookies, even Sean Clifford, even when Jordan Love was sitting behind Aaron Rodgers a couple years ago, they all had to study the film to understand why the audibles that were made by the starting quarterback were made. That's like building Legos and understanding the schematics, not just knowing where to put the pieces. You know what I'm saying? And I think that arguably in this league right now, and Corey touched on it for real, pocket passes are dead. Why? Because defenses have learned how to exploit that and use it against you, especially with all the sneak coverages, all the spies we got going, and then even the too high safety shit just eliminates a pocket passer for the real part. So, I don't know. I think that's just something that we all need to take into consideration, but, and this leads us into the perfect next segue. I got one more topic before we get to the Lions, the preview game, and then we'll close out the show, but I want to talk about one thing. I watched so many football games today that weren't my team. The refs in the NFL are garbage, bro. And I'm particularly referring to the Bengals and Ravens game on Thursday night. Because, I will be real with you, neither of those teams really have a defense. Lamar Jackson is making the Ravens relevant on his own. Their defense is not good. They're not good. And I think that, I don't know if there's personnel changes. I don't know if the coaches just aren't united with the players. But ultimately, Lamar is the leader of that team on the field. Something you touched on earlier, Lavon. And I think that there was a couple of times, and I think it was the picture I put in the chat a couple of days ago. The final play of the game, Joe Burrow's trying to drop back, get it in there. There was 3 fucking face masks at the same time in one play that nobody called. Granted, they missed several other penalties prior for both teams, so I'm not saying that they're one side or the other, but I think that, the elements of Vegas on the game is definitely influencing it. I know you guys had questionable calls, but the Chiefs game today, dude, it was wild. The Broncos almost won. Luckily, they blocked that punt, but there's just so many questionable things. And, I know a lot of people who are fans of the NFL think that the Chiefs have, the refs on their side, but I'll throw it to you two guys. Do you think the refs are deciding this league, or what's up? What do you guys feel? I'll kick it with you, Vaughn. Let's go to you, because we'll go to Corey for the final segment.
No, deciding the league, no. Let me tell you, this is just me. I might be totally way off. But I think who's actually deciding the you said the league or the games within the league?
What I prefer now.
Yeah, games within the league. I honestly think it's up to the strategic play calling and the offensive mindset of an offensive coordinator. If you have an amazing offensive coordinator and he's strategic, how he plans how to run his offense according to his personnel, regardless of the refs, I think the offensive, that's why so many offensive coordinators are becoming head coaches.
It's a thing.
Because of the intellect that these offensive mindset have, because the offensive coordinator is calling the plays to the quarterback's ear. So if you have a strategic offensive coordinator that can play, that can really rally up your troops on the offensive side, know the downs, know the scheme you want to run, understand what the defense is doing. You won't give it to a damn offensive lineman Bears on a damn 1-yard line or a damn fumble that can win you the game against Washington. I'm sorry.
Honestly, the biggest mistake I've seen from your organization all season, bro. Also, I gotta give props to Olympia. That was a hell of a game, but I gotta give props to Olympia for coming on the show. But Corey, what you got, Corey? What you got up there? Corey?
Sorry, I got a little emotion.
Well, let me say, you said
cheers to the Bears, bro.
Calling down.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Let's go.
Here we go. Cheers to the Bears, dude.
Yeah. I need another one.
Go ahead, Corey. What you got?
My motto always, like I said, if I was a coach, that's even basketball, football, I say put that game out of reach because the referees will decide it.
They do.
Yeah.
At some point,
I always said that.
At some point, you know, it will get in the referee's hand, you know. And, you know, they're going to favor the team that's supposed to win. They're going to do it. So my thing is this, just play the game. Now, don't whine to the refs about they doing this, doing that, you know. Go out there next, because that's one thing I like about our coach. He like, we play the game. He don't put on.
I love y'all's coach, dude. That was awesome, dude.
He don't put on referees. He like, no, we got to do this, do that. Now, back last year when the Dallas Cowboys, when I'm not gonna say the Dallas Cowboys beat us, the referees beat us on that.
That was some bullshit.
When they said the offensive line.
I remember that game.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we lost to the referees, not the Cowboys. We lost to the referees. That was a prime example. So that's why this year we whooped that ass. Just in case the referees try to do some shit.
Talk your shit, Papa. Talk your shit. Hey.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, we're going to whip your ass, so we up by 30, 40 points. You go ahead and cheat. Go ahead and cheat.
That's my boy right there. That's my boy.
Pete Papa, let's go. You already know. So, yeah. Yo, Papa, dude, I love your energy, man. Yeah. I'm not trying to fuck up your game, dude. Let's go ahead and go. Preview. The Lions are about to play tonight. What's your thoughts? How are you feeling about your game tonight, man? You guys are going up against the Texans. Where's the game? Is it in Detroit or is it in Houston?
No, it's in Houston.
It's in Houston.
I should have went down there, but no,
you said that you were about to drive down there, bro. So what are your thoughts? How are you feeling going into the next matchup?
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not really worried. I'm going to tell you two outcomes of what I say about that game. You know, either we're going to take it easy on them or we're going to whip their ass. That's real talk.
I don't think you're going to take it easy. Don't think you're going to take it easy.
If you really look at Houston, you know, they've been struggling the last 3 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, Imorie, y'all beat them, you know.
We damn sure did.
But the game close.
It was close, but we did.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
we were told
beat the Colts. They beat the Colts, and it was I think it was 23-20.
It was a close game. We destroyed the Colts, bro. Wait, we beat them with Malik Willis.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Yeah. So yeah, this is crazy. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. Bye-bye.
And they lost to the Jets.
Wait, hold on. The Texans lost to the Jets?
Yeah. I think it was Thursday. Did they lose to them Thursday? I think it was Thursday game they lost to them.
They're 6-3. They 6-3, and obviously they picked Detroit to win in Houston for about -4, so which about 3 points. Mm-hmm. Only reason they picked them for -4, far as when it comes to Vegas, is because Detroit, they high caliber offense and the inconsistencies of Houston.
True.
And they're playing in Houston. And they don't pick Detroit because Detroit is unstoppable, man.
Hey, shut the fuck up. We're going to come for that ass, but against Houston, you're not unstoppable, man. You guys are fucking great, but you're not unstoppable.
Flaws. Yeah, a lot more flaws. Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey.
So, right now.
Go ahead.
There you go, Corey.
Imorie, you know I got to talk to you.
I'm stirring the pot, boy. Stirring the pot.
I got to talk to you, nephew. Yeah, no, the only team that can beat us is the Detroit Lions. That's the only team. That's the only thing that can beat us.
Real talk, bro.
We beat ourselves right now. Like Lo said, no, I'm not being arrogant with it.
No, talk your shit, bro. The Lions haven't been relevant for 40 years. Talk your shit. Enjoy your time. I don't want you to ever break it down. Let's go.
I tell people, I rep my stuff since 89. I've been repping my stuff. I haven't changed. We went 0-16. I still have my shit on.
Hell yeah.
Ain't nothing changed. So, but real talk, I think we got a legit chance to, get to the big dance or whatnot, but like I say, one game at a time. One game at a time.
Facts.
I'm not going to be like them cowgirls and be like, oh, we're going to Super Bowl, this, that, and that.
Why do they do that every year? Every year, they're like, it's our year. It's our year. And then they get shit on. Like, honestly, this year is worse than previous.
They brainwashed. They got a class they take where they sit down and they look in the spoon and they brainwash.
This man said they got a curriculum, bro. They doing hook no phonics with Cowboys fans. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yo, can I give my 2 cents on the Houston and Detroit game? You guys mind?
Go ahead. Yeah, I want both of y'all.
So here's what I'm thinking, dude. In Houston, and this is another thing I have, because CJ Stroud, from my perspective, was my basis for my fantasy football team this season. I thought last year as a rookie, he put up outstanding numbers. You know, did they go to the AFC Championship, or did they make it to the game before? Do you guys remember? Was it the AFC Championship that he went to? No, it was the game before the AFC. It was the game before. It was the game before. As a rookie, that's insane. That's like unheard of. Like, especially against in the division or the AFC with Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, fucking Josh Allen. Like, it's unheard of. So I had the utmost hopes for the Texans this year, and I thought that the Super Bowl this year, in my perfect world, was going to be Texans Packers. But obviously, there's a lot of inconsistencies going on there, both of our teams. But when it comes to the matchup of Detroit and the Texans, I think that you guys have one edge over them that they can't fuck with. You guys got 2 great backs. They got 1. You guys have Jared Goff. They got CJ Stroud, who's obviously scared of the hype that Jared Goff is rolling of. But even more so outside of that, the Lions defense going to eat up the Texans. I think that that's the ultimate decider of the game. Because I've noticed one thing about Jared Goff these past couple games, and I'll kick it to you, Lavon, but Jared Goff will sacrifice stats for the win, but he will always get the points. And this is something we touched on in the previous episode. Like, you guys don't need 500 yards on offense to win a football game. You do it 250 and you'll beat them by 20. And it's like, that's called precision. That's called, like we were talking about earlier with young quarterbacks, even though Goff isn't, that's meeting your quarterback style play halfway. Abusing the defense in the way that your quarterback is comfortable in making decisions. And I think that ultimately you guys are going to get the dub. I'm hoping for a close game, but I'm going to go ahead and call score. I'm going to just throw it out here right now. We'll see how this works out in the next episode. I'm going to say 35-14 Lions.
35-14 Lions.
That's what I'm going to say. Lavon, what you got? How you feeling?
Let's put that on there.
Right now.
Yeah, that's a great score prediction, especially being in Houston. I'll be close to that with the score prediction because, like you said, the Lions got 2 running backs, and not too many offenses have 2 running backs.
2 great ones too. Like, fuck.
Yeah. And then remember, you got that offense. Oh yeah. No, I'm giving you what.
We're gonna give you your props. We're gonna give you your props.
Yeah. I'm giving you due respect where it's due, but you have a great offensive coordinator who's scheming these players, these running backs open, and you have some good running backs. You got Thunder and Lightning. You know what I'm saying?
He said Thunder and Lightning. That was brilliant.
Yeah, Thunder and Lightning. So if I give my score prediction with Houston and Detroit, you gotta understand. I ain't gonna lie, Imorie, you showed them some grace.
I did.
You showed them some grace. I give it 42-10.
Damn.
Detroit.
Oh shit! You really think that? God.
42.
Damn. It's
42,
like
let me tell you why. Because let me tell you why. Even though we've been talking offensively, you gotta give props to Detroit's defense.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah. And honestly, dude. One thing that's working against Detroit, not that it really makes that much difference. You guys just pick up Zarius Smith. He's not playing tonight. So, I mean, obviously, he just got there. There's no way he can learn the system. He'll be more of a problem than, in advance. And honestly, and now I'm going to give you some insight on Zarius Smith, Corey, because he's a former Packer. Man's old. But you guys might be able to use him for something positive. And I think that, there's definitely a double-edged dichotomy. And I love using that phrase, double-edged dichotomy, because it really just means that, like, there's 2 pathways a person can take. It's like the fork in the road. You know what I mean? The Smith brothers, because, him and his brother are both in the NFL. I think that Za'Darius is honestly, he's already got his kudos, man. You know what I mean? Like, he's went to the playoffs, he's done this, he's been all pro, and like now he's just chilling. And I don't know if he's going to be able to buy in unless he really wants the ring. But Corey, I'll kick it to you. But I don't know if he's going to give you guys the edge you need because Hutchinson is twice the player as Za'Darius Smith is, easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right there. When certain people tell me, because I got a friend of mine told me like about Chase Young. You know, he's Redskins fan. Currently, he playing for the New Orleans Saints.
Okay. Yeah, Chase Young.
He was talking about the effort, but a lot of times it's the environment. If you're a losing team, you won't put the effort in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when we got Patricia from New England, and then we ended up getting Jamie Collins. Jamie Collins was going 100 miles an hour when he was playing for New England. When he came to Detroit, I saw a whole bunch of plays that he gave up on. And he said he really didn't want to be in Detroit. So a lot of times it's the environment. So that's why I said we'll see. You know, I'm not saying that he'll be better than Hutchinson or whatnot. We just need, like Dan Campbell said, we just need a player and the whole defense to step up their game. We just need role players to, go ahead and up their game up.
Oh, yeah.
Core. Let me ask you this, Core. Who your starting running back? I'm going somewhere with this. Who your starting running back?
You said who my starting running back? What do you mean who my starting?
Who's your starting running back for the Detroit Lions?
Is it Gibbs or Montgomery? What do you think?
I go Gibbs.
I think so too.
Okay.
I think so too.
That's why
I think so too.
I go with now. I don't know who they're going to because I think they go back and forth. I think it's like, say like the first series, I'm going to go with Montgomery running.
So when they announce the lineup,
I put it like that. But
when they announce the lineup, they turn around, they be like, Corey Thompson, Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah.
Who are they announcing for the starting lineup against Houston?
Ooh.
The running back. He went out on me.
Yeah, he's kind of lagging. I think he's about to say Gibbs again now. You said Gibbs, Corey? Damn, his Wi-Fi active.
Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we hear you. You said who? Oh, his shit lagging, bro. Pretty sure Corey said Gibbs.
I think. Hold on a second.
There you go. We hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got it. No, yeah. I think
it's something like Optimus Prime.
And four. I think they do. If I guess they switch it up.
I get it, but I'm just saying.
I say Montgomery first.
Montgomery. He said Montgomery first.
Carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So right now, if you would have said Gibbs is beating Montgomery statistically, right?
Yes. That's why I said
Gibbs. So, right. But Montgomery is the featured back.
True. Why though? Why is Montgomery featured over Gibbs?
Because he get the tougher yards.
That's exactly my point.
Now, that's the Thunder. Now, Gibbs is the Lightning that can go long term. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So my thing is with Gibbs and he's the feature back. He's going to be the feature back against Houston. And you remember, well, you have to understand. ESPN. I'll be looking at stats. ESPN have not New England. They have still Scar from New England.
Yeah, there you are.
Take another drink.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna point a about. Hey, take another drink, bro. Okay, bro. Hold on. Hey, cheers, bro.
My mind right now. So Detroit Gibbs. He's going to be the featured back against Houston because of the style of defense that they play. They got a lot of holes.
They do.
And their defense comes to lightning. And I mean, they can y'all run traps, y'all run misdirection, and y'all run offset plays where Gibbs against their defense will be able to hit long strides. Now, why do I bring all this up? Yes, y'all have Detroit, ESPN had Detroit winning a 66% chance of winning. Now, with you all's running game, I picked my score the way I picked it because of the simple fact y'all have 2, and if y'all can contain Mixon for Houston and put it on the shoulders of their quarterback, hell, the Bears offense contain Stroud to a certain level.
True.
I think Detroit can expose a whole lot of stuff actually to help the AFC teams get to Stroud. And when you expose Stroud, that actually help us see what you're going to run and help me as a Chicago Bear fan in Green Bay see the different dynamics of what y'all capable of.
And see, that's the thing. He's right. He's so right. Because you guys give up your fucking schemes against teams that are outside of your division. It's an issue of the beast. It's an issue of the beast.
42-10. It don't even matter if y'all lost 10-42 because you better go into a NFC competition and they AFC. If y'all lost and became 7-2, it don't even matter.
It doesn't make any difference.
Oh no, it don't. And I'm gonna say this right here, like how you said about the running back schemes. How we adjust is like just say one game you say Montgomery to start running back. Yeah. One game you just say Gibbs to start running back. Yeah. They're gonna see what the holes in that defense, and then they're gonna work from there. That's what determine who's gonna get the carries. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
They offense court, they're gonna determine who get the carries. So
yeah,
that's why I'm not really worried. I just say. If I predict, I'm going to give 2 predictions.
Okay.
I predict that we'll win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to predict a blowout score, and we're going to middle out score. It just all depends on how the offense coordinator feels.
Okay, what you got?
So, I'm going to say the laid-back score will be 24-17. That'd be the laid-back score.
Okay.
24-17.
Okay. What's the real score?
Now, if we want to press the gas and start whipping ass and this, that, and other, it's going to be... I'm just going to say this. We're going to put up 40-something points.
Oh!
We'll put up 40-something points, and they'll have... They might crack open 20, maybe 20. But it might be the teams, though. You know
I give 42-17.
42-17.
All right, guys, for the Corey, I don't want you to miss your game. I don't want you to miss your game, dude. You guys got any quick closing remarks for you in the show? Corey, you got any closing remarks for you in the show? We'll go for you, Lavon, then I'll finish it off.
Okay, no closing remarks. I mean, like I said, always doing this podcast, having fun doing what we
Also,
do,
guys, this is so much fun. Thank you
guys
guys so much for forcing us to start this. This has been the most fun and most it's been so great, and we're going to keep going. But thank you, Lavon, for approaching me for this. This has been like the epitome of success in my eyes. So, but Corey, my bad.
No, like I said this. I'm picking back off you, man. I'm enjoying this. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy doing the week, trying to get my notes together, and trying to do a little something, here and there. Even though y'all phone caused that virus, you trying to put it off on me.
Yo, that message was hilarious in the group chat. That shit was so funny.
No, I'm enjoying everything, man. I'm enjoying everything. Like I said, prayers up.
Hey, for real.
Hopefully everything gets to where we can, maybe do our thing, man.
Hell yeah. All right, Mr. Lavon Lane, closing remarks. How you feeling? You're a Chicago Bears fan. You ripped shit down. What you feeling?
My closing remarks is, yes, we lost to New England, the 32nd team in NFL. That's okay. That's all right. We got the rival team, Green Bay. Yes, they picked Green Bay to beat us. The percentage is 57.7 to whatever, 42.0. So they predict us to lose. But you know what? I'm going to be like Corey. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
There you go.
Alrighty then.
Let's go.
So what? Go ahead.
My prediction. I'm going to get my prediction over Green Bay. Early prediction. It's not a bold prediction. I'll do the bold prediction next week if we get a chance. But my prediction is we beat Green Bay 28-27.
You're full of shit.
27.
All righty, then.
If we beat y'all 28-27, I'm going to be in your ass. Just Mr. Postman.
I'll be the postman, buddy. But let me set the record straight. Also, this is my closing remarks. First off, thank both of you guys for coming on the show tonight. I love you guys. I'm so glad we started this, bro. It's so great. Let's take one more shot for the spike. One more shot for the spike for my closing remarks. One more. Hey, bro. Cheers, guys. Let's do this. Yeah. Spike on 3. 1, 2, 3. Spike.
Spike. Mm-hmm. What?
Mm-hmm. So, closing remarks. Green Bay Packers are about to face the Chicago Bears next week. I'm going to go ahead and throw out my prediction. Final score 28-10 Packers. I think that, and it's in our best 28-10 Packers. I think it's in our best mindset to not overexpend Jordan Love coming off his recent injury. I think that what we need to do is establish a lead early in the game and just have defense finally get their mojo together, kind of keep us in the game. But I think that Caleb Williams is an emotional quarterback. I think that's going to be you guys' downfall because the second, don't let this. I'm going to call this right now. Caleb might throw 2 pick sixes to Xavier McKinney. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. Because you guys haven't faced a defense it's as malleable and flexible as ours. Sure, we have a lot of inconsistencies going across the board, but I think that, if Jeff Hafley took this bye week seriously, if they had the proper practices throughout the week, there's a chance that we can lock this down and really kind of come to Jesus from this whole thing, which is what I'm hoping for. But, with all that being said, man, Chicago Bears, y'all are tanking. I hope you are. But next week, you're losing. You're absolutely fucking losing. And if you guys win that football game, next week's episode of The Spike, I'll be orange and blue. And this is the record, setting the record straight. I will absolutely own that shit and bear down on these 4 fingers. Ooh. I swear I will.
Let me put it like this. Since you do that, what I'll do is, if we win, I'm going to bring out the 1985 Super Bowl ring.
But if you lose?
If I lose, fuck you.
Oh, yeah, guys. Dude, honestly, the Road Talk, the core, I'm going to let you on the game, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out The Spike. Feel free to drop comments, like, and subscribe. We love all of you guys. We're going to have a lot of exciting shit coming up soon. But thank you guys so much for checking out the podcast. I'm joined again by Mr. Corey Thompson and Mr. Lavon Lane. My name is Imorie, a.k.a. Lex. Thank you for checking out The Spike. And we'll see you soon.